He's making fun of your gamer score. He said shit is low.
Wow.
It's pot calling the kettle black. We're actually really, really close. He and I don't know who's higher, but we're actually super close.
Where you guys at?
I have that. I think I'm like 54.
Okay.
All right. Higher than me, but that's all right. It's my
Not too bad.
set.
That's not too bad.
Nah.
That's not too bad. I'm just throwing shade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never like, I don't know. I have a few platinums. I have some trophies. I have a gamer score, but I've never been that person that was always like very concerned with the gamer score.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also I played across multiple consoles for as long as I can remember. You know, it's kind of like,
Yep.
you know,
You mean you're gaming?
Well, I mean, people with high gamer score like Rand. I mean, fucking Rand is like gamer. Like I
Yeah.
take one knee to Rand. You're like, my lord,
My lord. We need some more games.
He grinding it out. Yeah. So, but no, I mean, to each his own. I mean, those who are really into the gamer score thing, yeah, hey, I mean, I have nothing but respect for that. And people who hit platinums, like I see people who have like look at Jagmu. He's got like what 90 platinums.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That dude is
That's some
no
serious
joke.
shit, man.
That dude is
Yeah.
no joke. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, much respect. Much respect.
Yep.
I'll sit here with my neutral gamer score.
Right.
It's like B Money said. You call us a neutral all day. It's fine.
You ain't hurt my feelings, man.
Nope.
At all.
Nope. So so what's up, everyone?
Platforms.
Yeah. So what's up, everyone? Welcome to podcast number 53 of the Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. We're actually missing two people. We're missing our special guest tonight. He did say he was going to be on. Hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully he jumps in later. We're going to have Rags on, and John's MIA right now, so hopefully he's okay too. But maybe he'll jump on in a little bit. He might be tied up in Final Fantasy 15. Who knows? But we're here. We got B Money. B Money, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. I'm ready for Christmas to be over with.
Oh, I hear that.
I'm ready to be on
It's done.
vacation. You know what I mean?
Yep, yep.
Get a chance to actually play some games. So I'm looking forward to next week, man.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Crumless. Merry Crumless.
We have Erica. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I might be money, like ready to get into this Christmas thing. I'm actually I have to say my little girl is kind of giving me that Christmas spirit. You know, she's 2.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like waking up with that joy in her eye every day, like Santa's coming. I'm like, yeah, he is. My wallet says he is.
Yeah, exactly.
My 2-year-old tried to jack Santa last night. Tried to take his candy from him. Because Santa had like a little a bucket of candy canes next to him, right? And you get a candy can after you sit on his lap, whatever. And my son, he's going to be 3 soon. He didn't want to sit on Santa's lap. He wanted the candy cane, and Santa's like, "No, you got to sit on my lap first." And he looked at him and gave him like the people's eyebrow. And he was like, "Motherfucker, you better let me get candy." I'm like, "Dude, no." I told my son, I was like, "Dude, no, you don't step to Santa. You don't do that."
Your son gave Santa that somebody that told you wrong. Look,
dude, he gave me
exactly.
Yeah. He looked at Santa like, "Make a move, Santa. Come on, let's do it." Like, no, man, you can't do that. Santa Claus, man.
That's awesome, man. But no, I'm just happy to be here, man. Ready to talk some games. Happy to see the chat already popping.
Yep.
What's up, everybody?
Yep. And we have our brother from Rivia. Sam, what's going on, man?
Oh, well, lots of busy gaming and writing, and I may or may not have prepared a few special hot takes for tonight.
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
All right. Well, Sam, why don't we start with you, man? We're going to talk about what everyone's playing. Sam, why don't you go ahead, man? Let us know what you're playing right now.
Okay. Well, as always, I'm playing Gears of War 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be no surprise since I'm the one who carries us all in Horde. I re-upped for the first time, and I'm working on the second rank up. They added a lot of new skins in some free packs and stuff like that are coming to the game based off of the Pendulum Wars, so that's pretty cool. Going to be grinding out a bit of that. I reviewed a very short but heartwarming game it's actually on pretty much every platform: Steam, PS4, Xbox One. For RGM, it's called The Little Acre. It's a little point-and-click adventure game, and it is very touching and very heartwarming. So you can check out my review of that if you want to know more. I don't want to talk too much about it since it is such a short, story-driven game. I picked up Final Fantasy 15.
Good man.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So admittedly, I'm not very far into it. Certainly not like some of the rest of you crazies. I'm only 6 hours in
Wait, how
because
many
I
hours
was
are you?
wrapping up some other stuff. Okay,
Wait, 10.
so only 6 hours.
Oh yes, I'm ahead of you. I'm ahead of someone. That's exciting.
Yeah. For now, you're ahead of me for now. Okay, here's the thing though. It's not a good game.
What?
It is an amazing game. It is
See what he did there?
phenomenal. I've never played a Final Fantasy game before, but that has changed, and I'm very happy it did. I have fallen in love with it. Dislodge Gears from Game of the Year simply because I'm too much of a Gears head, but it has pretty much securely taken the second spot, depending on how the story unfolds.
There you go.
In my games, depending on how the story unfolds. It is, I mean, everyone else has talked about the game before, so I don't want to bog too much down to that, but I love the characters, I love the world, I love the lore, the combat is satisfying. It's, great combos, the links and the blind sides and all that sort of stuff, crafting the magic. And just, even as ridiculous as it looked in the trailers, it's so heartwarming, the story of the bros, of them bonding. And just all the different subtle interactions and all this, it just really comes together, and it's a phenomenal game. If you've never played a JRPG or a Final Fantasy game, then don't worry, because I hadn't either. Just go out and buy it and go out and play it.
Very cool, Sam.
the bonding of the bros might be my least favorite part of the game. I just want to get into combat and fight because I love the combat system. I love how fluid it is. It's just fucking awesome.
That's all a part of the bonding, though, Enrique.
It is, man.
Put on your leather shorts, and
I guess, man. I'm not.
Yeah,
That means for Halloween next year, we're all going to cosplay as Final Fantasy 15 characters.
man. But I'm with Sam though, because I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy head. And my taste in a lot of those games has changed. Like I've actually been coming around to a lot of them, more JRPGs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that tag at the beginning of the game, like this is a game for Final Fantasy fans and for newcomers, is very true.
Yes, very true.
It is. They stuck to that, because like Sam said, when I first started playing, I was like, okay, I'm about this. This works, and kudos to them, for adopting like a little bit of Western flair while also still trying to hold down what makes the series Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm still playing too. Like I'm still grinding, and it kind of like you'll step away and play something else, but it kind of calls you back in, obviously, because I mean, two of our podcast mates are 160, 170 hours into it.
Yeah,
One of them's at 120, the other's at 160.
John's at 120 or
John, the last time I heard, was at like 100, so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt and rounding up heavily in his favor.
he might be higher than that now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, but Sam, I'm glad that you, like me, we're both kind of newcomers to the whole thing. So I'm glad to hear that you're also enjoying it.
That's awesome.
I will be sinking the most time in at the very end. I'm just letting you all know I will overpass you all.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, that's not going to be hard to do for me, man. You'll probably pass me like by tomorrow.
Sam, you'll be past both Eric and I like tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah,
but that's good. That's good. That's exciting to hear that you liked it. That's pretty cool. That you're someone who's never played any of the games in the series, so that's pretty awesome, man. So, hey, John, what's going on, man?
Dude, I'm having a fucking night.
Oh man, what's going on?
Nothing. So my computer. That scene in the first Transformers movie where Shia LaBeouf is like kicking the shit out of the motor in his car?
Yeah.
That's pretty much been me for the past 20 minutes on my computer. So.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Well, glad you can make it, man.
Thought we had that Rags dude on.
Yeah,
we thought so too.
We thought so too. I don't know. Hopefully he's okay. I did speak to him earlier today, and I don't know. So
Whatever.
yeah, hopefully he makes it. But I don't know if you. So we were just talking about what we're playing, and Sam picked up Final Fantasy 15,
Good man.
and just and he's never played any of the Final Fantasy games, and he absolutely loves it.
Good. No, it's sorry. Like I'm like in the worst fucking mood right now. Like the computer like completely destroyed my fucking mood.
No worries, man.
But no, I'm on bourbon number 3 now.
Nice.
But 2 because of that fucking computer. But no. Did you say 15 or 13?
15.
15.
I thought you said 13. I was like, ooh, it's not a good one to start on. But no, dude. I right now I am at I want to say 105 hours
Nice.
on Final Fantasy 15. Yep, and
Very nice.
so I've cleared. I want to say I'm on the 4th of 8 optional dungeons that are very difficult. And I'm going to do everything, and then I'm going to go back and play it again. But I mean, after I finish everything, I'm probably gonna take a break and I'll play. I'll finally play Last Guardian and probably finish up Dragon Quest Builders and a couple other things. I want to try to get. After I clear up Final Fantasy 15, I'd like to try to get some of my backlog done before January 24th.
I hear that, man.
Is everybody? So, and what is January 24th?
Resident Evil.
There you go. Yep.
Nice.
Huge leap
I thought you
today.
said you were gonna pick up Hitman also, right?
Yeah. I already did. That's one of the games I'm going to try to get through.
Okay.
I grabbed it now. I grabbed it now because, excuse me, it's a fucking ridiculous deal right now on PlayStation Network. It's like the whole season's like $29.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're on PlayStation Network, it's a great deal.
Oh,
Of course, if you're on PlayStation Network, you're a pony like me. So.
No, I saw that too. I was like, that's all right. The whole thing for $30. That's a done deal. I'll go ahead and rent that.
Yeah, that's a solid deal. But yeah, no, it's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm kind of trying to bring myself back down into the mustard after screaming at my computer for 20 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking Spinny Circle is still doing its thing, man. Jesus Christ.
I picture that scene from Office Space where you like, yeah, keep doing that right there, fucker. Keep doing that.
Yeah. PC load letter. The fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Fucking garbage.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. So, hey, so Sam, like, real quick question, man. How does it stack up to your experience with Witcher 3?
I mean, The Witcher 3 is still better, but that's not. I mean, that's not an insult to Final Fantasy 15, though. In fact, I would say it's a compliment to it that I consider it a close game in terms of my favorite experiences this generation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And John, you actually like this better than Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, so,
Oh.
yes and no. Yes and no.
Uh-oh.
Ah, there you go.
Ah, there he
Well,
goes.
we'll never know what he meant by that.
Yeah. Famous last words.
No. Cliffhanger.
PC load letter.
Join us next week as John finally reveals what he actually meant on the Basement Radio Arcade podcast.
Yes, we did this to keep our listeners on defense, so they come back next week.
It's a cliffhanger, like a old episode of Batman.
It is.
Well, our dynamic duo
Golden ESP.
escape the claws of the Joker. Stay tuned for next week's episode.
Fucking shit.
There he is.
Christ.
So, John, as you were saying, man.
Yeah, so Dark Souls 3 and Final Fantasy 15, yes and no. I would say they're both on equal footing for me. I'm going to give the nod to Final Fantasy 15. And actually, if you want to see my review of Final Fantasy 15, it's on superformgamecast.com. And we're now actually, our reviews are on OpenCritic now. So if you want to check out all our reviews, you can go to OpenCritic and find those. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. By the way, I understand people need scores because we need that validation, but I don't like assigning arbitrary numbers to things. I never have.
Yeah.
They're on equal footing for me, but the Final Fantasy series holds more weight for me simply because it's a series that came along at a very dark time in my life when I was going through a lot of physical abuse at home. And so playing Final Fantasy 15 and seeing all those, it's got a ton of callbacks to the old Super Nintendo era games. And see, like for example, if you're at a store and you're and you've got the pointer over weapons or accessories that one of your party members can use. There's little 16-bit Final Fantasy VI looking versions of them throw their arms up and down, indicating that they can use that. And just like little stuff like that, it gave me kind of brought me back to what the series did for me when I was 14, 15 years old. So while the two games are both amazing games to me, I mean, Final Fantasy has a more special place in my heart, if that makes any sense.
That's completely fair. It makes total sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So there it is.
So, B-Money, what do you play, man?
This week, just played a little bit of Gears. Hopped on that famous team deathmatch, and then, of course, playing Final Fantasy and 2K. So, not too much, man. Haven't had too much time running around doing shopping.
Holidays.
Running around with the family and stuff. So, haven't had too much time to game. But like I said, next week I'm on vacation. I'm definitely diving in. Want to knock out Final Fantasy, get to the Last Guardian, and clear up a couple games before next year hits. So Gravity Rush and Tales of Zestiria, a couple games I want to hit up before next year.
Nice. Yeah, that's like many of us, you're backlogged, and I'm not gonna have any time to hit my backlog next week. I don't have any time off, so that pretty much sucks. But in terms of what I've been playing, Final Fantasy 15 when I've been able to game. I meant to hop on last night. John, you missed a story. We took the kids to go see Santa Claus yesterday, and my 3-year-old tried to jack Santa.
But he's not real.
Yeah, over candy.
John, the chat didn't know that, man.
Yeah, everyone in the chat says
No, man.
Reality check, Santa's not real.
Yeah. Nell's in there. It's like, no.
Grow up at some point, and I'm here to help you mature.
No.
Yes, I just been playing a little Final Fantasy 15. I'm progressing slowly but surely. I'm progressing. I'm on chapter 3. Probably 22, 23 hours in, I think. Something like that. But
man. I don't know if it's sad or what, but I have literally, like, if you're like 23, 24 hours in, I have played the game. I've finished the game, and I've played more of the game. I've played more post game than you have, like, in 24. That's fucking blowing my mind.
Yeah.
But it speaks as to the level of content that there is in the game, right? Like, there is literally, if you want there to be, there is well over 100 hours worth of stuff to do in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the amount of shit you. And some of the side quests get a little samey, but honestly, like, I mean, I haven't even. There's so much shit to do. Like the hunts are. The hunts are a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite parts of the game because the combat is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that traditional turn-based combat, although you can kind of make it that if you turn on the wait option.
Mm-hmm.
Like it kind of gives it that old school kind of strategic flavor. But yeah, I mean, I could talk all night about Final Fantasy 15 and how much I love it.
Yeah, we might have to do like a Final Fantasy 15 podcast. Like, just do like our final thoughts on it.
We'll have to take a number.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be doing another certain podcast about another certain game.
Oh yes, the Witcher 3. That's right. Yeah, we're supposed to be doing that too. Yeah.
I'm going to be sick for that one.
Oh my goodness! All right, so let's get to our first topic of the evening. Nintendo. Nintendo's in the news. Yay, Nintendo! Yay! We finally got some insights, some news into the Nintendo Switch's hardware, and now I've only kind of glanced over the article that Eurogamer did, and Sam and I were talking about this earlier. But it looks like it's using almost the same architecture as the NVIDIA Shield. Although Sam, you're saying it's more customized.
It's just more specified. I mean, they've been able to extract a little bit more efficiency and a little bit more power, and I think it's actually using 16 nanometer chipset instead of 20 nanometer. I could be wrong about that. Let me just double check. No, it is. It's 16 nanometer. But other than that, it's exactly the same.
I want to know how many flops it has, Sam. Flops.
One.
Literally. One flop.
There you go.
One flop.
One flop.
Yeah.
When I get on the top rope and I signal for the terraflop. You know it's going down. This is how you signal for the big teraflop right here. You get up the top rope and slap your elbow a little bit, and then you bring it up. But like in all seriousness, like everybody's like, "Oh my God, the Switch specs are not as powerful as the PS4, the Xbox One," and I'm like, "What the fuck were you expecting?" Like,
I don't think
it's a console handheld hybrid. And
they need to keep the cost down somehow.
Well, I mean, to me, this is endemic of what's wrong with the industry today, is the fact that we're so focused on fucking power and what is more powerful and what's got more teraflops, brother, than fucking games and whether or not the games are good. I don't give a shit how powerful your fucking machine is. Are the games good? Sweet. Do they play well? Awesome. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, Hyper Light Drifter is one of the finest games I have played this generation, right? I played it. It came out this year. Hyper Light Drifter is fucking amazing. It is a 2D pixelated Zelda type game, and gameplay wise, it stands head and shoulders above 85 to 90% of AAA releases this year, right? And it doesn't look like the fucking Witcher 3. It doesn't look like Final Fantasy 15. It just fucking plays well and it's fun. And if the Switch can deliver experiences like that consistently, who fucking cares how powerful it is, really? I mean, really, at the end of the day, who fucking cares?
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I heard people arguing about, oh, well, why would you want to buy a third-party game on the Switch when you can buy it on the Xbox One? It's going to look better, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, yeah, but with the Switch, at least you get the option of taking said game with you wherever you go and playing it, which is actually one of the things that appeals to me about the Nintendo Switch, that I can actually take my
I'm going to play
content.
devil's advocate.
Yeah,
if that's okay.
No, go ahead, man.
I totally agree with what you're saying, John. You're absolutely right. There is way too much of an emphasis on power over the games supported, but people want to bring up third-party support, and if the power level and efficiency level of the Switch is not remotely close to the PS4, the Xbox One, which by all accounts it is, so there's nothing to worry about, see any third-party support at all. I mean, plenty of games were delayed out of the last generation because it was literally impossible for the developers to finish them on the 360 and PS3.
But
so I mean,
the Switch is not going to sell off the back of for example, I was arguing with somebody not arguing, but I was educating somebody on Twitter the other night, and eventually she's just like, cool, because I'm like, you can't fucking stand up to what I'm saying. You have no idea what you're talking about. But she was talking about expanding the industry, right? And Enrique, you saw this.
Yeah, I did.
Expanding the industry and industry growth. And to do that, it doesn't matter if games are innovative. It doesn't just give us great sequels. And I'm like, okay, that's not fucking growth. That's not industry growth. Okay, to expand the industry, you need new ideas. Okay, software doesn't expand the fucking industry. Hardware does. Innovative hardware. Anybody can point out, and rightfully so, that the PS4 and the Xbox One are doing very well. They're both doing very well. The PS4 is selling very well worldwide. Of course, the Xbox One doesn't sell as much worldwide, but it's still doing great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with its sales. But even though they're outpacing their predecessors, they haven't expanded the market in any meaningful way. And I think the Switch has the capability to do that, to bring back lapsed gamers who haven't adopted 8th generation consoles yet, or that Wii crowd that that Nintendo fucking lost when they bungled the Wii U. Those the Switch has the capability to bring those gamers back because people are attracted to innovation, right? Like innovation is like a moth to the flame. If you show somebody a really cool piece of tech, and the Switch is a really fucking cool piece of tech, people will say, I have to have that. And especially if it's priced right, I have to have that. I don't even most of the people who buy the Switch, I think it's going to sell gangbusters, personally. I think most of the people who buy it won't play it that much. People want it because it's a fucking amazing piece of technology, right? It's fucking cool. Look at what it can do. It's fucking cool. That's how you expand the industry, through innovation and new ideas. That's why the Wii U, not the Wii U, that's why the Wii did as well as it did, because it innovated. I mean, motion controls to that extent it wasn't a thing at all, right? And it caught on. Now, unfortunately, when you do that, you run the risk of contraction, like eventually, which is what happened with the Wii. That audience left, they moved on to mobile, and they didn't come back. What I'm saying is that I think the Switch has the capability to bring certain parts of that audience back. I don't think it's going to bring everybody back, but I think the Switch is the industry's best chance at growing the market as opposed to it remaining static, which is not a bad thing. But you also want to see growth, and if they can price this thing right at $250, if it's $250 or under, I think it's going to outsell both the PS4 and the Xbox One next year.
Wow, really?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, think about it, dude. It's a fucking. I mean, dude, especially if this thing comes out at $199. I mean, a $199 console that you can fucking take anywhere you go and play the greatest stable of first-party games in existence. I mean, come on, dude. It fucking prints money.
Oh, $199 I think sells gangbusters.
Sorry, that was really long-winded.
Sure.
That was really long-winded. That was more long-winded than I intended, man. I'm sorry.
But John, you're right, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tim.
I'm just saying, as long as they don't pull this whole inventory nonsense like they did with the NES Classic.
I'm so afraid that that's going to happen.
Oh, let's not do that.
That's their thing. That's one of their hallmarks. You know what I'm saying?
And
but John's right, man. Remember the gateway drug that the Wii was.
Yep.
I personally know people who were out of gaming for a long time, got a Wii, and next thing you know, oh yeah, I'm gonna go pick up a PS3. Oh yeah, I'm picking up a 360. It was like the gateway drug for them to get back into gaming. So that could definitely be. It's different and interesting.
And I think it's a way to get those handheld gamers over to consoles. You know what I mean? Like, if you look for a 3DS now, like they're so hard to find. Like a 2DS, like you can't find them in like any stores. So they're going to discontinue it pretty soon. So like if you can convert all those handheld gamers to become console gamers, then that system is going to thrive.
Look at it this way, right? Like Pokemon Sun and Moon is the highest selling game this year.
Printing money.
Right? Like this motherfucker sold over 3 million copies. In its first week? I mean, that's fucking insane. That's insane. And by all accounts, that game is going to be ported to the Switch. And I mean, it's going to sell. And it needs to too, because let's look at the other side of the coin, right? This has to be a success for Nintendo.
Well, yes.
Anything less than a huge success, and this is if this is not a success, this is Nintendo's last piece of hardware.
Oh,
I guarantee it. This is their last chance.
That's even scary to say that this could potentially be their last piece of hardware.
I don't think it's scary because I mean, I would certainly love to see their hardware continue to thrive because three-way competition is better than two-way competition, right?
Yeah.
Because competition breeds excellence. Having said that, how fucking badass would it be, guys, to see first-party Nintendo games show up on the Xbox and the PS4?
Oh, they'd outsell anything else.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they would.
I mean, because PS4 fans, and I think we can all agree in this podcast, PS4 fans and Xbox One fans can go back and forth all day fucking long about which is the better first-party games. But guess who really has the best first-party stable? It's Nintendo.
Yep.
They do.
Bar fucking none. I mean, it's just there's no question of it. There's no question about it.
That's what I said. Mario is as iconic as Mickey Mouse, as any like IP character that you can think of.
As Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, I mean, he's a household character. I mean, you can't say the same thing for Drake or Master Chief.
By the way, I just realized I'm sitting like this and I'm wearing like a pair of flimsy shorts. I could totally pull like the Geralt on you guys right now.
Where's Roach? Is there a unicorn back behind you?
Somebody get me my unicorn.
Oh Jesus!
And I'm super excited for the Switch though, and
me too.
Way back when when they confirmed that Dragon Quest 11 was coming to the Switch, I was like, fuck, I'm in there. You know what I mean? Like, be able to take Dragon Quest on the go. You know what I mean? This super deep RPG, like, and it's supposed to be AAA quality. You know what I mean? So, and by the way that they've shown in the last couple of days, the game looks amazing. So, I can't fucking wait, man.
Yeah, well, think about this too. I mean, this console generation, we got a lot of backward compatible games now. I mean, think of the catalog they can go to last console generation and bring those games back. We're already getting Skyrim on the Switch.
Even though they're like, well, we haven't confirmed. I'm like, motherfucker, it's in your commercial. You know it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. But think about they could tap into some of those third party games from last console generation and bring those back. I mean, who wouldn't go back to those games? Yeah, and play them. I mean, I would love to take like GTA, Grand Theft Auto 5 or San Andreas or something like that on backwards compatibility. Red Dead Redemption. I said backwards compatibility. I meant on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Can we say that if people are going to sit there and say, because I've seen people actually saying, so you're going to get some old games on the Switch, things like that. But
people want old games. I mean, we're seeing it right now with backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Right.
There's clearly a demand for it. I mean, it's there. I mean, people Lost Odyssey came out. People were going crazy over it. Rightfully so. It's a great game. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I think some people are looking at this thing as, okay, well, if it doesn't have current gen third party support, it's going to fail. Well, yeah, I mean, we could argue that, but there's the opportunity potentially to go back to some of the great catalog of franchises last generation and bring those to the Nintendo Switch, and that would be amazing.
And they're all going to be mobile.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that will be that's the crazy part.
Yep.
They pull that part, they pull that off the way we think, it could be. So, like seamless transition from home to wherever you're going.
I mean, that's the big selling point, right? Like, I think the only issue is that apparently, I don't know if you guys saw that Eurogamer report, but apparently the thing runs 4 times slower when it's not undocked.
Right.
It doesn't on RGM.
What was that, Sam?
I wrote an article about it.
Oh,
where I went a little bit in depth on it.
Shoot me the link. Can you DM me the link tonight? I'd like to read that.
I'll just get you the link in chat. I can drop it there.
Yeah.
Or can you not see the chat?
I can. I'm on my web Surface Pro 4 right now. So.
Okay.
And I still haven't quite figured this fucking thing out.
Yeah. I just see that it does run slower when it's off.
It's actually 60% slower.
So yeah, but I mean, so it's good. It's noticeable, but I mean, honestly, even undocked, and I think Sam will attest to this. It's still more powerful than the PS Vita when it's undocked. I mean,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and the PS Vita is an impressive, powerful little piece of tech.
The concern is not how powerful it is; it's if developers are going to have to make 2 versions of every game.
That is the crux of it. Yeah.
That's the real concern.
Now, for me, honestly, the idea of playing Zelda in my bed is really fucking enticing. I'm talking about Breath of the Wild.
Sounds kind of sexual.
I do a lot of stuff.
Zelda in my bed.
I do a lot of stuff in bed.
Oh boy.
But it's not just playing with Zelda. But
my God.
But I totally lost my train of thought. I was thinking about
you really did. We could see in your face.
Yeah,
you're kind of zoned out there.
Oh, guys, I can't. What connection? Yeah, no, I'm ready to just drop the connection and run upstairs. But
oh shit.
but anyway, so you guys got me going. But no, in all seriousness, the issue for me is it's whatever, playing Zelda on the couch or in bed. Yeah, that'd be great. But honestly, if I'm at home, this thing's gonna be fucking docked anyway, and I don't travel much now. The issue comes into play is for people who travel a lot. Sam, you're absolutely right. I mean, if developers had to make 2 versions of games, would it have to be 2 versions of games though? I mean, how different is this from upscaling something from vanilla PS4 to the Pro?
Well, that's the thing. We don't really know. In the original Digital Foundry article, they kind of speculated that if the difference is mainly resolution, then it should be workable. If it comes down to memory timings or things like that, then we have a serious problem on our hands for developers.
That's troubling. I can't imagine though that Nintendo would. I don't know though. Never mind. It is Nintendo.
Yeah, you just said Nintendo, right? So,
but I don't know. I think the biggest concern I have about the Switch right now is whether or not I am even going to be able to get one on launch day. Because I think it was it Eric or B Money who said who brought up the supply constraints for the NES Classic, which I still don't fucking have, Nintendo.
Yeah,
it was me actually.
It is so loud. And what's fucked up about that, John? I was in GameStop the other day, and they have the display boxes up for the system and the controllers. So I already have the system. I have the system, but I need another controller. So I'm like, yo, let me give him those controllers. He's like, oh, those are just display boxes.
That's so
I'm
funny.
like, are you fucking serious?
Oh my god.
He goes, yeah. He goes, and trust me. I get screamed on like 20 times a day. He's like, I've asked the district manager if I can take them down, and they're like, no, we got to have them up there. I'm like, why the fuck are you trolling people?
It's Nintendo.
It is amazing how somebody like Nintendo who innovates in hardware like they do could be so fucking tone deaf. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if a customer wants your product, let them have the fucking product. Like, I mean,
Right.
nobody. Oh well, we didn't anticipate demand, dude. You made like 50 of these things. Like, I mean,
And you knew something was up.
They
You didn't take pre-order.
yeah.
They
I mean,
do.
come
You know,
on.
this is what they do. They did it with the Wii.
Of course they do.
It's horseshit.
I mean, Michael Pachter. I mean, you know, yeah, I know Michael Pachter. He's not right on everything, but Michael Pachter's a smart fucking guy. Michael Pachter expects this thing to be sold out till next September, and that's the case. Like, I'm already fucking angry enough about the NES Classic because I really fucking want an NES Classic. Like, I cannot begin to describe how badly I want one of these things. But if
The
I
games
cannot
are
get a-
amazing on that.
if these Switch pre-orders are gone in like under 30 seconds on pre-order day, because they've only made 1 million of them, then I will not get a fucking Switch because I will not support this fucking practice.
I'm gonna be salty as hell because I promised my 7-year-old.
I'll be salty as hell, dude. I'll be upset because I really want one. But if they do this supply constraint bullshit, I will not get one. I will not.
Okay, here's one for you. What if they do the whole thing where they don't take a pre-order for it like they did the NES Classic? Because I mean,
They're gonna have
They
to.
just gotta
they're doing the show in
There's gonna
January.
be- there's going to be pre-orders, and they pre-orders. There has to be, and pre-orders will open up on January 17th as soon as that reveal is over.
Yeah.
What do you
John,
guys? Go ahead.
John, did you say that you had something leaked?
Resident Evil. Yeah, the entire plot for Resident Evil 7 got leaked. So watch yourselves out in those Twitter. Literally the entire plot. I actually read it because I don't really give a shit about spoilers.
Mhm.
It looks and sounds pretty legit, and it's based on code that was hacked from the demo, so I know it's legit.
Wow.
I can't believe they left all that code lying around in the demo, but it's there and it's floating around on Twitter. I know the entire plot, so do not be very careful about what you read about Resident Evil 7 because it's out there.
Damn, that sucks.
You know, that sucks. But you know what's promising about that? I was listening to podcasts on Lock, and Alana Pierce was saying she got like 4 hours in with it. And she's saying it's more classic Resident Evil than they're letting on.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I know the plot of Resident Evil 7. I know how it begins. I know who the final boss is. I know how it ends.
Mhm.
Oh, it sounds so fucking good.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
It sounds
Good.
so fucking good.
Yes.
It is
Good to hear.
It is so I will tell you guys this, and there's no spoilers here, right? So for example, you have the classic save rooms again.
Right.
With the save room,
Yeah, right.
you know, you've got the music like old school Resident Evil.
Mm.
Instead of typewriters, you save your game on tape recorders.
All right, we're moving up.
It's got the item boxes are back.
Nice.
Item boxes are back. The game is very puzzle heavy.
Oh,
Just like Resident Evil. I'm trying to think about what else I can tell you without like spoiling it. There are multiple enemies, multiple bosses.
Are there multiple endings?
Yes,
Yahtzee.
there are at least 3 endings.
Yes.
Finishing the game unlocks several different modes, like hardcore mode and no death mode and a speed run. There's also appears to be something very similar to Mercenaries, but I can't say whether or not it is, but it sounds like it's very similar to Mercenaries, which will be interesting considering like the slow pace of the game. The game itself, based on what I read, and by the way, guys, like the leak is, we're talking about code taken from the demo, so it's accurate and it's extensive. And I spent an hour poring over it today because I was fascinated. Because again, spoilers don't really. I don't give a shit about spoilers.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect my enjoyment of something.
Yeah.
It is incredibly old school Resident Evil. There's none of this Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6 bombast or huge set pieces. None of that is present. Apparently, the plantation that you will be spending the majority of your time on it's basically a stand-in for the Spencer Mansion in Resident Evil 1. And there are several different locations. There's like a swamp. There's like a forest. It's not just the mansion. The old classic shotgun is back, and the combat itself. There's no like reticule. So you're basically just in first person. You're just looking down iron sights, because again, I mean, it's classic Resident Evil. It is actually like I am actually stunned at just how old school it is. Green herbs are back. Even the ammo boxes for pistols are red. The shotgun pistol boxes are green.
Nice.
It's got such an old school flavor to it that I was just thrilled. Anybody who wants to know like the deal about the game, if you want to be spoiled, hit me up and I'll tell you whatever you want to know. But I'm not going to spoil it here. But yeah, fucking.
God, I'm going to Best Buy.
This sounds like what they need to do, though.
Yeah, it does.
like, return to form.
And I'll tell you what else. Shirza Khan City checks is Jesus John fucking spoiler alert. I didn't drop any spoiler. Trust me, I could spoil the shit out of you right now, but I'm not going to. But the game itself reeks, from what I read, drips of confidence. Capcom seems very confident in this, and I think it's going to sell fucking gangbusters. This game is going to be huge.
Now I know they made a statement before saying that this is still part of like the original story or whatever.
It is
Yeah.
very, and I'm not going to tell you how it connects to the greater Resident Evil universe, but I can tell you that it does.
Okay.
It absolutely does.
I'm so hyped. I'm so
Chronologically,
hyped.
Man, let's go.
chronologically, the game is set after Resident Evil 6.
Oh,
So, and of course, everybody has seen the Baker family in the trailers.
Of course.
Yeah, and so they are the kind of recurring antagonists. That's as far as I'll go. But if anybody else wants to know a little more, don't be afraid to send me a DM on Twitter. And if you really want to know, I'll tell you.
So I really hated 6. So should I go back and play 6, or
Nope.
does 6 not matter?
Nope, 6 does not matter. If you are a fan of Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6, you probably won't like this. If you're a fan of Resident Evil 1 through 3, this is what you've been waiting for.
oh, that's so good to hear.
That's what I want to hear.
That is so good to hear.
I'm not bullshitting you. This is classic Resident Evil in the truest sense of the word.
Oh my God.
There we go.
And then I'm just gonna take a drink and put my sunglasses on.
Yeah, so I need to basically what you just said to me, John, is that I need to fucking finish Final Fantasy 15 like today.
I got a fucking boner reading this.
I want to know one thing, but it could be counted as a spoiler, so I'm going to ask you afterwards.
Well, no. Ask me and I'll tell you whether or not I can answer it.
Are we going to get a repeat of Alien Isolation, in that the game drags on when it shouldn't have? Because that was my biggest turnoff.
No.
That's something I hate in horror games, is them not telling a concise story.
I can tell you how long the game is. Is that a spoiler? That's not a spoiler. I can tell you how long the campaign is.
I don't think so. I think that's information people should know.
Okay, it looks to be about 8 to 10 hours.
Okay.
Good.
That's a sweet spot.
10 hours is nice.
Which is honestly Alien Isolation's biggest weak point. I loved Alien Isolation, but that game went on 10 hours longer than it needed to.
Oh, I do. I love the game too. I love it to death. But the fact is that, yeah, I mean, the game ends, 15 times?
Yeah, it's like over and over and over and over. I'm like, okay. Like, I mean, that was, I mean, my finishing time in that game was 23 hours for a first-person horror game that is, where that involves sneaking around and very unforgiving checkpoints. Sam, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
That's way too fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those last chapters just got ridiculous.
Do you talk about when you're in the Alien Queen or the Aliens fucking little nest area. Yeah, fucking. And sorry if anybody in chat has spoiled, the game's fucking 2 years old. Sorry, there's an expiration date on spoilers. But
Actually, there's some truth to that, by the way. There's an expiration of-
I firmly believe there's an expiration. Like 3 months ago, I was like, yeah, you know, when Eris died, and somebody was like, spoilers! I'm like, dude, the fucking game came out in 19.
It's like, yeah, I'm not responsible for your bullshit.
If you have played any video game since 1997, you know that Eris fucking died. So shut up. Yeah, Resident Evil 7. Do a little Geralt for you guys.
Oh boy,
Seriously, Resident Evil 7 is.
we're gonna get flagged.
I am more excited for Resident Evil 7 than I am for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Wow.
Right now, after what I read today, Resident Evil 7 is my most anticipated game of 2017, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out next year.
Wow. Well, I could see that. I mean,
Yeah.
being a big fan of the Resident Evil series. I mean, 1 to 3.
Massive fan.
Yeah. I mean, that's makes sense.
And they are really amping the horror up, like to the nth degree.
Are they really?
They have taken the criticisms of Final Fantasy, Jesus. I still have that Final Fantasy in the brain. Of Resident Evil 5 and 6, and they are. This game could not be more different than those games. And I highly recommend that you go and download the completed demo. Like you can actually get the demo. The demo has combat in it now.
I haven't played it.
Mm.
You can get a taste for combat in the demo.
Yeah, Enrique, how are you going to play Resident Evil 7? You won't even play the demo.
Like it, man, you're too scared.
You know what?
Fraud ass gamer.
I know, right?
Sometimes
I just like
can be scarier than games without.
I just like
Just
to argue. Yeah, I just like to argue on Twitter and podcast 5 days a week.
Now, in chat says about to have John's hairy walnuts live on Brat.
Brother, what?
My hairy walnuts live on Brat. Actually, that's my hairy corn purse. I don't refer to them as my walnuts.
No, you know what? I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna download the demo. I'm gonna play it this fucking weekend, and I'm gonna stream that.
Do it.
If you stream it, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll stream. Yeah, I'll do it live.
The game, and like guys, like I wish I could just fucking spoil you guys because oh my lord,
I'm tempted to DM you later.
I've got the spoiler right here on my phone too. Like fucking unbelievable how I'm not gonna say anything else.
Oh my!
If you guys want to be spoiled after the podcast, I'll spoil you.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think about.
And I can almost hear Sam going. I might want to be spoiled.
Dude, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm legitimately thinking it over right now.
Sam's like, I might want to be spoiled. I can hear B Money and Eric too going,
Yeah, it's like I want to, but at the same time, I'm like,
guys, it sounds so good. Oh my god!
I'm contemplating it too because I mean I think a lot of us have been waiting for like the proper Final Fantasy, the proper Resident Evil game for such a long time.
So
And
somebody
your
walk into the
excitement is
forum
just
at Capcom and say, "All right, the sucking stops now. Let's get this right."
Somebody at Capcom said we need a fucking Resident Evil game, and from what I have seen, they're going to deliver.
All right.
Like it's coming, and this game is going to be fucking awesome.
Oh my!
You guys can't
hope
see it, but
because,
I'm
like,
doing the James Brown dance.
I'm
Yeah,
doing
they
the Georgia.
said that they were gonna revisit like some of their old IPs, so I'm hoping for a Mega Man game somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Eventually.
That's an awesome turnaround, because man, like last year they were kind of saying that we're only going to do like remasters. That's kind of that's our business model.
You're gonna be waiting a long time for that Mega Man game.
Yeah, I know, but still,
Mega Man game would be nice.
It's never gonna happen. Just like I am convinced that we are never, ever, 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 ever again going to get a traditional Metroid game. Not gonna happen.
That makes me sad.
There are
That
some
makes me
things,
sad,
and
too.
you guys know it's true too. I mean, games like that,
I do. I know. That's what
they're
makes me
done.
saddest.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, they're done. You know what I would give for a 2D Metroid on the Switch? I mean, guys, I fucking, that's why I'm so excited about Bloodstained. From the creator of Castlevania, Bloodstained is fucking awesome.
it is.
When he announced that he was delaying, I'm like, good. Tell you all
Yeah,
the time you need.
That's the thing.
Right,
is like people get upset, and I get upset about delays, but I get upset about delays when the games are announced way too early, right? But like if you announce your game and then you announce a delay, I'm like, whatever. If you give me a good game, take as much time as you need.
Yep.
Which is why people should be. That's why, like, when people get upset about delays for example, Horizon or you know, what's the other one? The Order or Uncharted or Crackdown or Scalebound. People say, "Oh, you shouldn't be upset about." No, yeah, you should. Yeah, you should be fucking up. Yeah, people have a right to be upset about this shit. I mean, Uncharted 4 was announced at the end of 2013, right? And we just now played it 2.5 years later. It was delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. Crackdown 3, holy fuck! Like, I mean, I don't know what the fuck is up with Crackdown.
Supposed to be coming out this September.
I wrote an article on that too.
Yeah, we'll see. And you know, like, from what I've heard, I've mentioned it before. Like, from what I've heard, like, Crackdown 3 is having issues with the cloud computing and the destructible environments and multiplayer. It's not the same. It's not a single player issue they're running into. It's what they want to do. It looks like they may have been too ambitious with the cloud and the multiplayer, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure they'll find a way to iron it out. Scalebound, to me, is the biggest, most egregious offender this generation. I mean, we saw that thing in 2013 at E3.
Yep.
Well, John, what about?
No, it was 2014.
Not to pick.
Was it 2014?
2014.
It was 2014.
That thing was delayed a fucking year.
What about Below?
But
That was shown at exactly. That was shown at Microsoft's E3 2013 E3 press conference.
I got one that's worse, actually. It's a PlayStation game. John's gonna talk bad about PlayStation.
Uh-oh. Neutral.
Buckle in, buckaroos.
Gird your loins. Deep down.
I was about to say that.
Deep Down is gone.
Deep Down was announced in February
That shit's
2013.
They
February.
They put that in a spaceship and they flew it to Mars. It's gone.
What the fuck? I'm calling it right now. Deep Down and Dreams are canceled.
That
Yes.
shit was on the
They
back of the PlayStation 4 box. Deep Down, when you bought it, the launch console, Deep Down was on the back of the box.
Deep
Think
Down
about that,
sold a
man.
lot of people on PS4s, but I
Yeah,
personally
I know a
know.
lot of people that were like, "Oh my god, I'm buying it. I'm buying a PS4."
I don't know how many people it sold. Like when I first saw it, I was like, I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh my god, Dark Souls looks amazing. And then I was like, Deep Down. I was like, oh, what the fuck is Deep Down? And then
It's gonna be the next Last Guardian.
it's going to be the next fucking nothing because I don't think it's coming out. I don't think that game is ever coming out. I think so. It's a Capcom game, right? And Capcom's got Resident Evil. I think Capcom threw all their fucking assets behind Resident Evil 7, and they were like, if Resident Evil 7 sells well, then we'll put money behind Deep Down. So if Deep Down is coming out, it's not coming out for fucking years. Yeah, that's a PS5. That's a PS5 game.
Well, hey, at least we're getting Act 2. So
Knack 2. I told my wife, I was like that second player, his name better be Nick. but
On the quest for a paddywhack.
That's pretty good. But no, like in all seriousness, like
shit.
fucking Dreams. I think Dreams is done. I think the dream is dead. Like I think Dreams is. I don't
Really?
I don't think.
Yeah,
Dreams
I don't know.
What is it? It's not even a game.
Who is it? Is that Media Molecule is doing
It's
that?
Media Molecule, yeah. So
Didn't they just hire Amy Hennig of Titanfall fame?
no, Amy Hennig is working for EA.
She's working
Not
for
Amy Hennig.
She's working at Star Wars.
I'm
games.
I'm sorry.
Are you talking
Abby Happy.
Yeah.
Who?
She was like community manager for Respawn at one point, but I think she's
I don't know.
He was community manager for Respawn. Yeah.
I don't know. I can tell you
she's
this much.
going over to Media
I think-
Molecule now.
I wish Media Molecule would just drop fucking Dreams and put their energy behind a 2D side scroller because they've proven they can do that. Dreams
Facts.
just
Yeah, because
Dreams just
Colin,
Little Big
Colin
Planet.
goes mental when you talk about dreams, right?
Just make Crash Team Racing.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Fucking. You know what I really want?
Or Tearaway.
I would really love a follow-up to PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Yeah.
That was a great fucking game that got overlooked. And I would love to see Xbox get something like that as well.
Yeah.
You know, like those games, I love those kinds of Smash Brothers. But you know what I wish Capcom would do? Man, since we're on the subject of Capcom, we're talking about Resident Evil 7 to Deep Down. Where's my fucking Power Stone?
Oh man, yeah.
Power Stone was the shit, right?
Yeah, man. Can you imagine Power Stone now? Like, with,
oh my god, dude.
Yeah, come on, man.
Dude,
I've been saying that for a while, dude. Like, Capcom's sitting on some fucking gems, dude.
They are, man.
Actually,
They got some great IPs, man.
City in chat says Capcom planning to sell 4 million Resident Evil 7 copies in day one.
Yeah.
I believe
The
it.
last Power Stone on Dreamcast? Was that the last one? I don't remember.
The
Was that the
last
last
Power
one,
Stone?
Dreamcast?
Last Power
I
Stone.
want to say that. I want to say there was a PS2 port.
Was there?
I know there was a Dreamcast version.
Yeah, it was on.
There were two Power Stone games on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Don't quote me, but I want to say one of them was ported to PS2, but I don't know for sure. So,
You might not
But yeah.
not so bad right now.
well, it's just like Konami, man. Konami's sitting on the gold mine, but they're just like, yeah, pachinko.
I should just lower the camera so you guys can see my hairy beanbag.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we don't want to see that. So we're gonna move the podcast along to next. Oh my God. Jeez.
Hey,
you know,
hey,
it's you should seriously
No,
I think this every night, just lounging back. It's like you're on a like late night talk show.
Bella's not here, so I can do. I might actually, as you can see, I'm sitting in my love sack. Like this thing is super fucking comfortable. I might just do this from now on, man. This is dope.
Actually, look, I'm actually kind of fucking jealous. It looks really fucking comfortable.
Look at this thing, dude. I got fucking I got big bag. Just chilling out. I'm like drunk as shit right now, so I can't hold anything up. But
John, I swear there's a unicorn behind you.
Well, you know, he kind of looks like one. You know, but
Where's Yenny? Is she there?
no, she's upstairs. She has no idea what's coming. She has no idea what's coming either.
No, Nels Cody said because Bella's not here, we can
Yeah, we can cut loose, man. Bella's not here. Where's Bella?
do whatever we want.
Where's Bella?
She's at work.
Oh, I think you said she was at war. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, probably for all I know. She's starting the new job.
Oh my goodness.
So that Rags guy never showed up, man.
No, he didn't. Rags never showed up. So
I barely know who he is, so whatever.
yeah, I don't know what happened. Hopefully he's okay.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah, hopefully nothing happened. I did speak to him earlier today. He said he was going to be on, but
I wanted to introduce myself
It happens.
as king of the neutrals, man. I've been crowned.
yeah, you are king of
Yeah.
the rules.
Yeah, my coronation was last week, man. You guys didn't hear?
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, no, dude.
Who coronated you?
Crap Gamer crowned me king of the neutrals, man.
You know what's funny? Okay, so you know what's funny about that is that you actually got a
I got a fan out of that.
Fan.
Yeah. That was the best. Yeah, I'm like, listen, I don't like mentioning the guy's name, but I will say,
sweet fucking irony of all that.
I will say this because this was fucking amazing. This was amazing. Crap Gamer. So somebody said, hey, he said, tell me more about these neutrals that you're always talking about. And Crap Gamer says, sure, check out Mr. And this is on Twitter. He says, check out Mr. Megadeth. He's the fucking king of the neutrals, always talking shit on Xbox. And so this guy sent me a DM and he said, Crap Gamer says you're always shitting all over Xbox and that you're this horrible guy. And I said, well, here's a link to our podcast, Superperform Gamescast, which goes live every Thursday night p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There it is.
And I said, why don't you see for yourself? And then he listened to it and he comes back and I shared this tweet with you guys in DM or this DM with you guys. He comes back and he says, you guys are fucking awesome. He's like, this is great. He's like, it's not always poetry and we don't always agree, but we always keep it real. I love it. He's like, oh, this is the best. And I was like, thank you, Crap Gamer.
There you go.
I just get you can't fucking you can't beat it. You can't beat it.
I thought it was hilarious.
But that's what happens. That's what happens when you're a manic shithead, and you know it's and then somebody who is not a manic shithead goes and listens to a podcast like STGC or like Crap, and realizes that there's a better way.
Well, I mean,
That's all I'll say about it. But
well, because we talk about video games, we talk about gaming, and they don't. So I mean, I wasn't surprised to see that he went listened to your podcast and was like, wow, I like this because guy's a gamer, games. So
yeah, that's why I told you to bring Sam on Brat, man, because Sam is a gamer, and Sam is able to separate the bullshit from the fucking, from the truth. And Sam, that's why I'm happy you're here, man. Because
he's from Rivia.
And he's from Rivia, and Witcher 3 sucks, but Sam, I'm so glad you're here, man.
No, thanks. I appreciate you bringing me on again.
Witcher 3 does not suck, by the way, John. That's
okay, fine. It does.
John, every time you say that, I'm going to keep this avatar up about another 2 or 3 weeks.
I am like waiting. I've been waiting on Twitter for your avatar to change. Like ever since I met you, I'm like, he's gonna change. He's got to change that avatar someday, right? Like it's got to happen.
Nah, too good.
Don't change the avatar, man.
I might change it.
Don't do that.
What does it take? What will it take for you to change that avatar? What can I do?
You getting the platinum in The Witcher 3?
Ooh, challenge!
I will change it. I will not use this exact avatar again.
That sounds like a fucking challenge, John.
Give you the night to sleep on it.
Sure. Hey, take more than a night. Take a week. Take all the time you need.
That is a serious fucking undertaking.
Do it.
Yeah,
dude.
I know. That's
like
not
no
easy
bullshit.
platinum.
That's legit. Now I did platinum Bloodborne, so I'm just letting you know I can platinum some motherfucking games.
I believe.
Are you working on the platinum for Final Fantasy?
Oh yeah, dude, that's an easy plat. Easy plat.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
hear.
I'm actually surprised at how easy getting or the achievements on Xbox, I would imagine, are easy as well, because none of them.
It's pretty generous, man. It's pretty generous with them.
Very generous. I've had like 180G thrown at me, and I'm only on hour 6.
Well, none of them are tied to anything. Like there's multiple super bosses in the game, right? There's only one trophy for one super boss. There's no trophies for any of the optional dungeons, which are incredibly difficult, and that's where you get like your best gear, right? But there's one optional dungeon in Final Fantasy 15. And I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm gonna probably hit it this weekend, but it's level 99. There are 100 floors, and you cannot use items.
What? That sounds so hot.
I can't fucking wait.
That sounds so hot.
Good lord.
Wait. As a Dark Souls guy, I'm like, somebody got Dark Souls in my Final Fantasy. This is amazing. I can't fucking wait for this shit.
Nice. All right.
I don't know what that says about me, but
You get to push Prompto in front of like anything that's gonna like hit you or hurt you. You just push them in front of
like
it.
some of the, I will say this, like some of the advertising in Final Fantasy 15 is so on the fucking nose. Like,
Yeah.
wait till you guys get to the Cup Noodles quest. Wait till you guys get to the Cup Noodles quest. Holy shit! Like the dialogue in that quest was literally like you could. I was like, this was written by somebody from PR at Cup Noodles. Like, I'm not kidding you. Gladiolus says, "After all," I should bring it up on fucking YouTube and let you. He says, "After all, the shrimp and cup noodles are picked from 60 different varieties for their flavor and shape." I'm like, hold on, wait. I want to see if I can fucking pull that up because it is the most blatant fucking. Yeah, here we go. It is the most blatant fucking advertising shit I have ever heard in my life. Like, and then at the end of the quest, like Ignis is like, well, you can't, I guess you can't make, you can't make what's perfect more perfect. And then Prompto's like, I love cup noodles, and Noctis is like, I know, I sure do. And I'm like, wow, what the fuck? Like,
Hey, all those years of development didn't pay for themselves.
Right. Did you guys see that story that all the recipes in the game were actually prepared and cooked, like while camping and for the realism of or whatever?
Oh my god!
I want the cookbook. I need a Final Fantasy 15 cookbook.
That could happen.
okay,
That might be a thing.
right, here. This
Chocobo might be hard to find, but you just put chicken in it. It's all good.
I felt kind of bad, like ordering a Chocobo sandwich, though.
This
I
is
mean,
so check this out. This is like 10 seconds or like maybe 20 seconds of dialogue from the Cup Noodles quest, right?
This has turned into a Final Fantasy 15 podcast.
Yeah, but listen to this. So he's running. This is fucking amazing. Listen what
Something
Gladiolus-
dawned on me when I was on my own. Any food you make tastes better when you use good ingredients, right? Then, if you take something already delicious like cup noodles and add in the finest, freshest ingredients, what do you get? The ultimate flavor experience. So I ask you, Noct, what's your favorite ingredient?
So now we're gonna pick like. Listen.
That's what I'm talking about. Minced meat is the key to every perfect cup of noodles. But why stop there? I say we outdo the ordinary. Find ourselves some real good meat that'll surpass perfection. All that's left is to make our noodle dream a reality. First up.
Wait. Hold on. Where's the shit about the shrimp? You guys gotta hear the shit about the shrimp. The way he describes the fucking shrimp
Minced meat.
is fucking. Yeah, here it is. Yep, here's the shrimp stuff.
This
is-
cry.
I have never
Tears coming out of
heard,
my fucking eyes.
I have never heard anything like this in my life. In a fucking and this is a Final Fantasy game, right?
Something dawned on me.
Listen, okay, listen.
On my own.
Listen what he says about
Any
the shrimp.
food you make tastes better when you use good ingredients, right?
Just hold
Then,
on.
if you take something already delicious like cup noodles and add in the finest, freshest ingredients, what do you get?
Bear in mind, before we keep going, you guys have seen what a fucking cup noodle shrimp looks like, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not
Yeah.
fucking impressive, okay?
It's not impressive at all.
Okay, so listen to this.
It doesn't even look real.
All right, here we go.
What's your favorite ingredient?
This is perfect. Here we go.
Solid choice. After all, the shrimp they use in cup noodles was selected from over 60 varieties for their flavor and their shape.
You know what's?
Dude,
You know what's?
this game is like running a train on cup of noodles, man. It's just like
You know what's? You know what's crazy? Imagine the future though. We're laughing. Product placement in video games.
Oh, it's gonna.
Like,
gonna
I mean,
this shit's
we've
gonna
already
happen.
had it, but this is like on a whole different level, man. This is like cup of noodles, are like
Because I picked shrimp, and when Gladiolus said that, he's like, after all, the shrimp and cup noodles are picked from over 60. Fucking, I'm like, dude, I had it with the controller. I walked out the room. I was like, and like Vicky upstairs, she was like, "What are you?" I could hear you laughing. I was like, "Oh, the shrimp and the cup noodles." And she's like, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but dude, like I wonder if I can pull the dialogue from the end of the quest
Hey.
because
real quick, Joe. Speaking of Final Fantasy,
no, go ahead, man.
Final Fantasy Collection.
Please be real. Please fucking be real. And I heard
Apparently, it is real.
through the grapevine that it is real.
I heard it's real too.
And if it is, I'm rest in peace my gaming schedule for next year because, I mean, Jesus,
I
all
would be amazing.
all 9 fucking games, dude.
Oh my god, I would.
What is this? Help someone who's out of the loop.
Final
Final
Fantasy Collection? Apparently, it's a thing.
So this year, or in 2017, not this year, but excuse me, 2017 is the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy, and apparently there's something huge coming. And all the rumors point to every Final Fantasy game being released on PS4, not on Xbox, unfortunately. Apparently, this is not going to be.
Well, Sam, you got a PS4.
Which I think is terrible.
It is. It's just, dude.
I don't
I
like it.
have Final Fantasy 15 on my Xbox, and having games in a series on different consoles, it messes with me.
It's terrible.
It messes with my head.
Okay,
yeah, but that's a
guys,
real thing. Though. I know a lot of people like that.
This is the dialogue for the end of the Cup Noodles quest, and listen to the way Noctis says, "I know, I sure do." It's like you can tell the actors were handing these scripts from the Cup Noodles like PR rep, and they were like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me, right?" Like,
Localization,
Going through all
baby.
that trouble to make our own custom cup. It's made me appreciate cup noodles even more.
We truly can't improve upon perfection.
It's not about finding the single best ingredient. It's about crafting that perfect blend of meat, egg, and shrimp. That harmony of flavors is key.
Yeah, you're right. Makes you appreciate how delicious these noodles really are. I know I sure do.
I'm done. I'm done.
And I picture Noctis's hand on his hip when he says it. He kills me with that every time he's talking to someone. That hand on the hip.
The single best ingredient. It's about crafting that perfect blend of meat, egg, and shrimp. That harmony of flavors is key.
Yeah, you're right. Makes you appreciate how delicious these noodles really are. I know I sure do.
Oh my god, that is fucking hilarious.
That quest makes the
God.
entire game worth it.
Oh
And
my
the quest
God.
revolves around you going to kill a giant fucking shrimp. So glad y'all's gonna have some fucking shrimp to fight.
Yeah.
I just want to turn to the person in your office that eats that for lunch like every other day. It's
Oh
like,
my
you know, you have like the holy grail of food in your hand.
Oh
You have
my
no
God.
fucking clue.
It's about finding that perfect combination of meat, egg, and shrimp. And I'm like,
Oh my
I just want to
God.
walk by that coworker. Did you get the beef or the shrimp? Did you know if you add egg to it, you have the perfect.
the next time I
perfect
see
blend.
somebody eating cup noodles at work, I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna say, "Enjoy your cup noodles, huh? You know, the shrimp, the cup noodles, are picked from over 60 different varieties for their flavor and shape."
Oh my God.
And then he's gonna punch me in the dick because I'm crazy. Like, I don't. And then I'm gonna every time I see, I'm gonna poke my head over somebody's cubicle when they're eating cup noodles. I'm gonna be like, "I see you found the perfect fusion of meat."
Egg.
Oh shit. Seriously, I'm in fucking tears right now.
I know, I sure do.
Oh my God.
Wow. I just,
All right, so let's
The thing is, you open a container of cup of noodles and it's like withered death. It's like
you guys thought I was bullshitting about how ridiculous that was.
no,
I
I'm not surprised based on some of the dialogue I've heard
man.
already.
This game
Yeah.
is like the greatest gaming in the last like.
Well, and the thing is when you find the recipe, and I love Final Fantasy 15, but when you find the recipe, Ignis says, "That's it. I've come up with a new recipe." And I'm like, "You didn't come up with shit. It's fucking cup noodles." Hold on,
Comes up
hold
with
on.
a new recipe
Because
every time I trip on a rock.
you killed
Right.
you killed the giant fucking shrimp monster, and then you pick up its meat, and Ignis says, "That's it. I've come up with a new recipe." And I'm like, "You fucking picked up shrimp. That's not coming up with a new recipe, man. That's saying, hey, I'm gonna throw my." Anyway, what are we talking about next?
Oh my God.
Man.
So we're this is the last topic of the evening. We're gonna wrap up with and how appropriate though we're talking about Final Fantasy 15, which just recently came out, and many of us think it's
It brought so much joy to
Yeah.
to our lives.
Yeah, it has. No, yeah, it's brought a lot of joy and laughter into our lives. And is John passed out? Anyhow, so
Enrique, do the rest of the podcast as Ignis.
Wait, you were talking about Witcher?
no, not The Witcher. We're talking about Final Fantasy 15 again.
Oh, well, and I'm all ears.
So
Now
the
we're talking about the Witcher.
last topic of the podcast was kind of our thoughts on 2016 and in gaming, and this to me this was easily the best year of this console generation. We had a lot of great games coming or released. We had new console iterations, the Xbox One S, PlayStation 4 Pro. So I just kind of wanted to go across the panel and get everyone's thoughts on 2016. What their favorite moments were in 2016, but then also, what they're looking forward to next year in 2017. So, B Money, why don't we start with you, man?
For me, 2016 was a great year. I definitely spent a lot of money on video games this year. Every week there's been some crazy sale either on, Xbox Live or on PSN or, Amazon has some crazy sale or Best Buy. So definitely bought a great share of games. Probably one of the biggest highlights for me was Gears. Gears came, at a special time in my life, right when I was having kids. So I was stuck in the house for many hours playing Gears. So it was nice to kind of see them pass the torch over to the Coalition and see what they could do with that game. But there's been many great games, like we've been talking about Final Fantasy, revisiting The Witcher 3 with the DLC Blood and Wine. So there's been a lot of great games this year. I probably would agree. I think this year probably has been the best year of the generation so far. And then as far as 2017, I'm looking forward to a lot of games, man. A lot of games that probably aren't on a lot of people's radars. One of them being Hellblade is probably like my most anticipated game of next year. Actually,
Hellblade.
Yeah, I actually just got my shirt in today with Cinema on it. So I actually just got that today. Probably open that up and hang it up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to games like Vampire and The Surge and hopefully Scalebound comes first part of next year. Resident Evil. There's so many great games coming next year, and I think this generation is really starting to hit its stride to where we'll see a lot of heavy hitters come every couple of weeks or so. So I'm really excited for next year.
Nice. Eric, what about you, man?
Yeah, I share like a lot of the same sentiments. B Money, definitely some special gaming moments. This year, Uncharted 4 being one of them, and finished, and Gears 4 being another. Because like B said, those games are holdovers from a different era for me in gaming. And in times where gaming and I were one. Yeah. So anyway, but overall, no, I think like just looking at my backlog, there was definitely a lot of big hitters, a lot of great games. I'm still working on The Witcher. I still got to go back and finish Bloodborne. It's just, along with all those great games, my daughter's becoming 2, moving into things. She definitely demands a lot of my time. But it was beautiful watching her pick up a 3DS the other day and play Mario Kart. Yeah, she was rocking on Mario Kart and kind of doing her own thing, going backwards, spinning out, kind of bouncing to the same wall for like 5 minutes, which as gamers probably drives you crazy, but it's also cool just to sit back and watch her kind of feel her way through it. So, But going into 2017, man, it's just like B Money said, I think this year was the transition year to where these consoles hit their stride, or gaming in general hit the stride of what the potential is and what the titles can be. And I'm hoping 2017, just ramps it up. Because, if January and February are any indication on, let's say just, the PlayStation side, I'm really hoping from the Xbox side that we get some great announcements of some new IP, some old favorites that may return, and just make it rain, like both sides, just making it rain like great games. So yeah, but if 2016 is an indicator, going into 2017 should be awesome.
Well said. Sam, what about you, man?
Pardon me. Yeah, sorry. Y'all hit on a bunch of the games I'm looking forward to as well, or the ones that, even if we don't know a lot about them, like The Surge, that I really hope turn out well. 2016 has been a phenomenal year. Best year this gen. It got me started into Final Fantasy. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Gears of War 4, which I will stand by as my game of the year. I have logged 12 days.
Nice.
And I'm probably going to log 3 times that next year. I'm nowhere near done with the multiplayer or Horde. Because it's just that good. I think it's a return to form for the series. I think it's probably the strongest game Microsoft has in their lineup right now. I think it's phenomenal. Let's see here. And like other people have mentioned, Blood and Wine coming out this year. Dark Souls 3 for crying out loud. Uncharted 4. Bunch of great games came out this year. Let's see. For next year, I really want Scalebound to turn out well.
Same
That's
here.
probably my most
Yeah, me too.
anticipated title, simply because I've heard from some people I trust that there is to that game that has not been talked about. I don't know.
I'm concerned about Scalebound.
I'm cautious about it because I want it to be good, but at the same time, I'm concerned.
Yeah, I actually brought that up
We'll see.
a little while ago. Not to cut you off, Sam, but I have some concerns about Scalebound too, just because of who's working on it. And if you look at like the Platinum's games,
It's Camilla, right? B-Money?
yeah.
You're blocked.
And, you know, if you just look at their games, like they have like one good game, and then they have like 3 shitty games, or like 3 okay games. So I'm hoping that like Scalebound and Nier can both be like really great games and release in the same year, and not like one of them, you know, fall off. So the Nier demo is coming out tomorrow, I believe.
It's out now.
So, yeah, we'll be able to check that out and get our hands on it.
Gravity Rush 2 also tomorrow.
Yeah. So we'll be able to check that out. So I'm hoping Scalebound has some sort of a demo or something like that, so we can actually check it out, see how the game feels. Because every time they show it, it looks like something's wrong with the frame rate. You know what I mean? I feel like way too frequently. And I think they may have a little problem, especially when you go with multiplayer, with everybody having like their dragon on screen. So I'm excited to see like what happens, you know, with that game, because that was one of my highly anticipated games for next year as well.
Yeah,
the other game I'm really looking forward to is Sea of Thieves.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Sea of Thieves. I hope they give away. I hope they should do like a rum edition of Sea of Thieves where they give Rare make crates and stuff. And no, seriously, I think I might have tweeted Rare this. Like, I'm like, you guys should do like a rum edition where, you know, it's like $100, I don't know, you know, special edition. You get a complimentary bottle of rum, you know, specially brewed by Rare.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'd be down with that. I'd fucking be drinking rum and playing that game at the same time. But anyhow,
yeah, I'm with you. I'm intrigued by Sea of Thieves, but I still have questions about it. Not from a performance or anything. I mean, it's Rare, so I'm already excited on that level. But I'm not the biggest like multiplayer only person.
Yeah, me neither.
You know, I want something that if nobody else is around, or if I'm just having that day where I don't really want to deal with other people, and that's the game I want to play, I want to be able to do something in it. You know, until I'm ready to join a crew again. And it doesn't sound like that's what this game is built on.
No, it's not. It's not. It seems like more of a party game where you get together with friends and, you know.
Right. And I get it.
You see, it's weird because that's why I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Because it looks like such a ridiculously fun party game. But
yeah, and that's cool. And each his own. But I think, you know, again, as somebody who's more of a single player first person, I want to see more experiences like that on Xbox.
Pony.
You know, what? But that's just, you know, like what I want. And back on the Scalebound thing, you know, if Scalebound comes out and it lives up to what they wanted to be, support it. Yeah, because it's already got a few things going against it. Those types of games don't do well on Xbox. A. B. It's a Platinum game. They get a lot of accolades, but not a lot of support, even on the multi-platform front. For some reason, you know, people, you know, some of my favorite games are from them, like Vanquish.
Vanquish was so dope, man.
Yeah, but nobody supported it.
Yeah.
You know, so it happens to them like all the time. They bring these great experiences, these great games, and people kind of overall ignore them.
Metal Gear Rising?
Yeah.
Metal Gear Rising.
Rising awesome. So yeah, so I implore people to, you know, support it.
I like,
you know. That's it.
Yeah.
Sam, are you done? I'm sorry.
I mean, I was pretty much done. I think we can all agree, though, that Microsoft definitely has far less games announced. They clearly have stuff they got to be working on.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I hope so. Yeah.
Sure, we'll see.
Yeah, and Sam, we actually earlier this week we were kind of chatting about that. We were saying, you know, you were asking the question, should they have a keynote for Scorpio? And I absolutely think they should get that out of the way. And I'm hoping they get that out of the way. And E3 is just a barrage of games.
Yeah, E3 should be a focus of software.
I'm hoping there's some announcement of new studios that we didn't know about, because that's a necessity for them.
I still stand
You know?
by the fact that a new Age of Empires is coming.
We'll see about
Working
that one.
and recruiting RTS veterans from different places around the world since
I'm down with that.
2014. They are working on a new Age of Empires. I don't care what anybody sort of business BS about them shooting down hopes. They are. They've got to be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think they should, if they do have a keynote for Scorpio, they should definitely do it around GDC.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
They can show all the technologies off. They can have
That's a good point.
different game developers
Yeah.
show up
That's a good point.
and show what they're doing with the technology of Scorpio. That'd be a perfect time to do it. And then that gives you 3 months. You know what I mean? To kind of build up the hype to E3, and then E3 blasting with game after game after game.
Yeah, personally, I don't want to hear anything about Scorpio unless you're showing games that are going to run a certain way on Scorpio.
Yeah.
Or you're going to use that to kind of show, hey, we already know the platforms are going to all be supported, but if you're going to show your games, just on that level, I don't want any stage time devoted to specs or what Scorpio is or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
No
I
hardware,
agree.
let's just talk games, man. Let's go. It's time. Let's do it. So
All right.
that's my
cool.
2 cents. What about you, Enrique?
Man, let's see. 2016 was, I think, Eric, I think you said it. This has by far been the best year, I think, of this console generation. And I think, I really think this has been a year where there's been a lot of great indie games too. And I'll go back to Inside. I'll go back to shit. Now I'm drawing blanks. All right, I just forgot. There's another indie game that I played that I liked.
Firewatch.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you,
And
Sam.
Firewatch.
Thank you. Yeah, Firewatch. So, no, I mean, I think there's been a lot of great indie titles that have come out that really kind of surprised me. Abzu was one of them too. And Abzu was great because I got to share that experience with my 7-year-old, which is really cool because he doesn't get to game with me a lot because a lot of the gaming content or a lot of the games that I'm playing tend to be a little bit more mature for him. So that was really cool to do that. But I really feel like this year, this console generation really hit its stride. And I think that 2017 is going to be another great year. I mean, John, you mentioned Resident Evil 7. It's coming out next month. After that, we have Horizon. You go to April, we have Persona. I mean, we have Mass Effect, Andromeda coming out. I mean, so there's a lot of stuff coming out early on 2017, and then we're not even, that's not even the heavy hitters that are going to come holiday 2017. We know about Red Dead Redemption. So I just, what's that? Yeah, Destiny 2. Yeah, oh yeah. What's that?
We know what's coming, man. We got Battlefront, we got Destiny,
Yeah.
Redemption, man. It's gonna be a crazy fall next year, man. Because there's still unannounced games that have to come from Microsoft, and hopefully Sony releases something in the fall next year.
Well, I think that's going to be Days Gone.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
That'd
That'd
be
be
nice.
nice.
But no, this has been a great year. I mean, we got Overwatch. But I think for me, I think the indie titles really kind of hit home with me this year because I really got to experience different kind of gaming experience that I haven't really experienced in a long time, and that was really refreshing for me. And so, I'm really looking forward to, what the indies have next year, as well as our big tentpole releases and other games from some of the other bigger studios. So I think it's going to be 2017 is going to be another good year. We have Nintendo. Nintendo's going to be dropping the Switch early on March. So we have to think about that. That's going to be huge. John, I agree with you. If this thing launches at $1.99, it's going to be fucking huge.
It'd be massive.
I mean,
Well, I imagine at $1.99.
well, I mean,
Even at $2.50 though, it'll sell gangbusters.
yeah.
Anything above that, it's dead. But
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, this is again, this has just been a great year for gaming, and yeah, I mean, I spent a lot of money in gaming this year. and I'm so backlogged. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And-
dude.
Yeah, I mean, I still look. I haven't picked up The Last Guardian. I want to pick that up. I haven't picked that up.
Yeah, same here.
And you know what? The icing on the cake for 2016 for me is that we got two big games that I think we've all been collectively waiting for as gamers for 10 years now. We had Final Fantasy 15 and The Last Guardian. And I haven't played The Last Guardian yet, but Final Fantasy 15 seems to be well worth the wait. I mean, it's a great game, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And this has probably been the best year in gaming in my memory since, I don't know, shit.
Since the GameCube launched.
Yes, exactly, right? Since a long time, since I can remember. Because I feel like every year I say, oh, this has been a great year in gaming, right?
1999.
99 was good.
That was the Dreamcast, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 99 was good because of Dreamcast, but so was 97, 98. But anyhow, that's a long time ago. So, yeah. So it's just 2017. I can't wait. I just gotta. I don't know. I'm not going to Best Buy anymore.
Nah, man, you'll be there every week, just like you. It's all right, man. We got an addiction. It's okay.
Yeah, the problem is that I got addiction. I haven't played all these games. I still haven't. You know what's crazy, John? You gotta think this is crazy. I haven't told Dawn. I haven't played it yet.
That is crazy, man. What the fuck's wrong?
That's very crazy.
Dude,
I
it's
played
sitting.
until dawn.
Dude, yes, same. It's sitting. Seriously, guys, it's sitting like in like my little. I got like a little shelf with all my games. It's sitting there. I haven't even touched it.
I would highly recommend you touch it right after you get
Touch
done with
it.
Final Fantasy 15.
And that's what
Touch
she
it
said.
all over. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Touch it where you know it wants to be touched. Right on the controller.
Well, where you would want to be, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the podcast. This actually might be the shordest podcast I think we've done.
Thanks for asking me what I enjoyed this year and what I'm
Oh,
looking forward
shit,
to.
I thought we-
Ass.
I thought we
No,
got-
it doesn't matter. No. Let's end the podcast. Let's end the podcast. No, go ahead. It doesn't fucking matter what I think.
John only dropped some nice juicy like nuggets from Resident Evil 7
my
for us,
God.
man.
John, this
You
is
just glance over him like that? Come on, man.
this is almost as bad as Kofi not introducing Hip Hop Gamer on his podcast.
Let's end the podcast. Let's go. It doesn't matter. what I think.
John, go ahead, man. You're
Final Fantasy 15. It's great. So who wants to be spoiled after the podcast?
oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
You know what,
Throw it
dude?
out there.
I never go for spoilers ever.
You know what, John?
Yeah,
I'm
but I want you to
tempted.
give it to me.
I'm
I
tempted.
think I can wait the 35 days.
I can wait.
that
Just
it is.
wait.
Just throwing it out there.
But you know what, though? That smile on his face, though, like he's like, you know what? You're gonna love it, even if you know.
Yeah, you will.
See that?
See, this isn't like a mystery game or an RPG or a real plot heavy type.
Anyway,
Yeah.
All right,
Hang
John,
on
so-
after the
so-
hang on
so
after the end.
Your
Yeah.
thoughts on 2016 outside of Final Fantasy 15, and what are you looking forward to next year?
it's a great year for gaming, and that's all I'll say. And Resident Evil 7, Horizon, yeah, I think 2017 and the Switch. I think 2017 is going to be a great year as well.
Awesome.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
All right. Well,
And you're getting a Scorpio so we can play Horde together.
Yeah.
uh-oh. It doesn't sound convinced anymore. John, what's changed your mind?
No, I'm getting a Scorpio.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Oh
better.
yeah,
At
Oh, yeah.
launch.
yeah. Why not?
All right. Cool.
Getting Gears of War 4.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, so we're gonna hit wrap up.
That's what I fire up.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, thank you again. As always, a pleasure, and had a great time. Shooting the shit with you guys, talking video games. I've actually had too much to drink myself, but
I'm hammered.
oh yeah, actually, yeah. That's why I forgot fucking what's it called. I still forgot it. The Firewatch. That's why I forgot Firewatch. And Sam, thank you for the save, by the way. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Sam's like, yeah, Firewatch. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, thank everyone for joining us in live chat. Always a great live chat, by the way. It's always positive, no fanboy shit, which is always cool. And hey, give us a like, subscribe to us as well, and don't forget to check out our sister podcast, Super Deformed Gamescast, which goes live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Although you guys won't be on this week.
We will not be live this week. We're taking a break, Christmas break.
Yeah, so big shout out to those guys. And you guys have the smartest man in gaming, Steve.
Steve drops knowledge bombs every week. Every week. If you want to hear some serious gaming knowledge, listen to Steve if you want to sound stupid.
No, seriously, that guy really does drop. That's not even an exaggeration. He does drop knowledge bombs.
Dumb. Yeah.
Like he'll go the whole podcast. He'll go the whole podcast, won't even say anything.
He's like Silent Bob. He only speaks when it's really, really important, and when he does, like I forget how to vocabulary for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. So, yeah. So, we'll check them out, and I'm not sure if we'll be back on next week, guys. maybe we will.
Who knows?
It's the holidays. Who knows?
I won't be on, so I'll say that already.
Yeah, so Eric won't be on. Maybe it just might be me and B Money.
Yeah, I'll be on vacation.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm down for whatever.
I mean,
Actually,
I'm not doing anything.
Actually, maybe we can do like a Witcher 3 podcast.
Yeah, I'll be.
Idea to me.
Yeah, I'll be busy.
Yeah, John.
I'm really busy that week.
You'll be the first one in the chat, and you know it.
John will be the first one in the chat, just talking shit.
All right.
Yeah, so John's getting ready to take his shirt off. So, so everyone, thank you again for joining us. And remember, give us a like and subscribe. We may or may not be on next week, but, we'll let you guys know. Give us a follow. Follow me on Twitter at Aries Gamer, AREEZGAMER. And other than that, we'll catch you guys soon. And happy holidays, everyone.
See you later, folks.
Yeah, Santa is real.
Santa is real, despite whatever John said.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And
You see a big white dude in your fridge,
Let me tell you something.
That's me raiding your fridge.
looking like a biker.
Let me tell you something.
If you see a big white dude on your roof, it's just me.
Oh, shit. I'm saying, in my neighborhood, and let me tell you something, my neighborhood when I grew up, in the Latin neighborhood, a big white man in the refrigerator, that shit would not fly. There'd be problems. They would be problems, as B Money would say.
There would be some real problems.
There's about to be some furniture moving around. This motherfucker.
Exactly. Some consequences and repercussions. All right, everyone. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace.
See you later, guys.
Peace.
See you guys.